We're going to start tonight with the last few hours over in Trinity County. This is through the Oregon Mountain Alert California camera above Weaverville. Not much to see here other than lots of wet weather. Do not travel to those higher elevations, though, if you don't have to. Many area highways are closed or have chain controls because of this snow, but things will dry out soon. North State weather meteorologist Brian Schofield is tracking the up-to-the-minute conditions for us. Good evening, Brian. Awfully wet out there.
Yeah, sit this one out if you can, because same time tomorrow night, different story. Things will look much better, but this is the way they're looking right now. Go right up Interstate 5. I want to show this off again while we still can see through the cameras there. Dunsmuir right there checking in. I mean, that's some pretty low snow already at 2,400 foot level, but we've seen it down to the 1,000 foot level today and maybe even a little bit below in several areas. We've heard reports around Cottonwood as well. And over to Big Bend, you folks there, what's that, about 1,500 feet? So, and 3,500 foot level, you see Mount Shasta. Oh, look, we're clearing things up on Dunsmuir camera there. And Shingletown, about 3,500 feet as well. And you get up to Viola, about 4,400 feet up the road from Shingletown. You folks in Whitmore as well. And then Highway 89 right there. So, I mean, incredible stuff. Passes, canyons, yeah, this is just something you just want to stay out if you can. We're still doing the ongoing flood watches and warnings, obviously, because there's still some spots there around Canby there. And of course, we're definitely talking about Lassen and the Sacramento River. Hamilton City, Ord Ferry. We're talking about the Vina-Woodson Bridge area there too, Tehama as well. Keep that in mind. Plenty of dicey areas out there. Like I said, if you can sit this one out, do so and just watch TV. Watch it from a distance there. I'll show you when all of this clears out of here coming up in your North State weather just ahead.
Thank you, Brian. Tehama County has been hit hard by this ongoing storm, causing flooding in multiple areas across the county. And that's where we find the North States News' Tyler Van Dyke live out in the road warrior along Highway 99 and Blackberry Road. Tyler?
Glenn, this is the area that we saw a school bus try and drive through and get stuck in the floodwaters here on Tuesday. And as you can see, there's still flooding in this area and in other areas around the county from the heavy rainfall this week. And this has also led to a ton of water rescues, with the CAL FIRE Tehama Glen Unit and Tehama County Fire Department saying first responders have rescued a total of 19 adults, 17 children, and 19 dogs. And additionally, they assisted a total of 12 people as well, warning people not to put their life or those of first responders at risk. These rescues have been happening all over the North States and into Butte County as well, with CAL FIRE Butte County Public Information Officer Rick Carhart telling me they have responded to a total of 11 water rescues since February 2nd, saying he had just got back from one this afternoon on Colusa Highway west of Gridley, and Carhart explained just how many resources respond to these rescues.
The amount of resources that we send out to something like that is pretty incredible. As I was driving out, our resources were starting to leave, and I passed probably 8 or 10 emergency vehicles coming the other way. There was no injury involved at all, but there was an ambulance. There were a number of CAL FIRE vehicles, fire engines, boats, everything like that, sheriff search and rescue, and then the highway patrol.
That may seem like a lot of resources for one incident, but Carhart tells me whenever that call comes in saying someone needs to be rescued, they send everybody because they are always expecting and preparing for the worst. So stay safe if you have to drive in this weather, and don't be one of those people that they have to go and rescue because you didn't pay attention to a road closure sign. Also, if you have been impacted, don't forget about the resource center at the Red Bluff Community Center on South Jackson Street. So here live in Tehama County, Tyler Van Dyke, the North States News.
All right, thank you, Tyler. I want to apologize for some of those audio difficulties there. Well, almost all Glenn County schools will reopen tomorrow after being closed today because of flooding and staffing shortages. Highway 32 reopened early this morning, allowing easier access to schools in places like Hamilton City and Orland. All schools across Glenn County will be back in session except for the Princeton Unified School District, which the Office of Education says is still experiencing transportation challenges due to flooding. They will send another update if anything changes. Well, as we mentioned before, releases from the Keswick Dam are expected to reach 60,000 cubic feet per second by 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, that puts communities along Park Marina Drive at risk of flooding. The North States News' Sophia Brunsma spoke with residents of the Marina RV Park, a neighborhood that oftentimes gets evacuated when the river is high. She joins us live with what they're saying. Sophia?
Glenn, Shasta Lake has risen more than 22 feet since January 31st, and I'm actually standing at the scene at where I was earlier here at the RV park at Park Marina, and things have risen drastically since just earlier this afternoon. This is affecting residents of the RV park as they're without power and some are without heating. This is projected to get worse by tomorrow.
I know it's gonna get covered with water, then the showers and the restrooms you can't use here.
A state of emergency declared in Shasta County because of flooding as RV owners at Redding's Marina RV Park are left without power or heating. Over the hours, residents who lived here in this parking area were told to move up even higher, and now they're being told they may have to move again. Releases from the Shasta Dam are scheduled to be increased to 60,000 cubic feet per second by Friday night as part of a flood control operation to make sure Shasta Lake doesn't get too full. The manager of Park Marina RV Park says she hasn't seen anything this severe in a long time. Wow, so 2 back-to-back years. Would you say these are the worst years that you've seen back-to-back?
Yeah, back to back. It hasn't back to back probably in 20, 25 years.
Wow.
And then there were a few years, like 10 years, we didn't even flood at all.
Residents say the water has risen quickly.
See, all of that was rocks and it was dry as a bone.
Leaving many to scramble last minute.
And a lot of the tenants live from paycheck to paycheck, so they don't have money to go to other parks.
The Bureau of Reclamation says that the highest the Keswick's Dam has ever been was 79,000 cubic feet per second, and that was back in 2017. And the release happening soon tomorrow will be the highest since then. That will come in at 60,000 CFS tomorrow. Reporting live in Redding, Sophia Brunsma, the North States News.
Thank you, Sophia. As the snow reaches the lowest point it has so far this season, Trinity County is getting a thick coating. The North States News' Max Tedford went out in the midst of it to see how travelers are handling the snow.
I'm off the turn to Lewiston off Highway 299, where you can see the snow's coming down pretty hard and it's starting to layer on the roadway fairly thick. And with that, officials tell me travelers coming both through Trinity County and just traveling within Trinity County should expect some sort of travel delay.
Lots of rain, sleet. The road conditions are slippery, especially on the high peaks of the mountain. Definitely carry snow chains with you.
Jason Miller with the Ace Hardware in Weaverville shared it's been a busy week for staff, with passerbys and nearby residents running in for what they need to make it through the rough weather.
Rain gear, definitely keep yourself dry and warm. Snow shovels, and a lot of shoveling sidewalks, driveways.
By 2 p.m. Thursday, drivers were required to have chains to make it through the 299 and 3 corridors as the snow began to pile high, causing chaos on the roadways. Staff at ACE say if there is a power outage, they do plan to stay late, but otherwise, they advise folks come by to get whatever they might need as the storm rages.
Yep, all sizes, all shapes, all models, yep, definitely. Propane, all the, most of the equipment for repairs too.
As this wintry weather continues through the night, Caltrans officials say they do plan to have snow plows and other crews out through Trinity County trying to maintain these corridors, but they advise travelers be safe and maintain awareness of these changing road conditions. In Trinity County, I'm Max Tedford for the North States News.